what the fuck are you doing on TV anyhow?
Oh, yeah. What's on TV? Who's on TV? It's that Carney guy again. The Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney, says, who cares about talking to Trump as tariffs hit Canadian workers? Now, we told you this guy was going to come in. We told you in November of 2022 that this man is going to be your next Prime Minister. He facilitated the Chinese money laundering from 2010 into Canada with the Chinese model, laundering trillions of dollars, and then went to the Bank of England and did the same thing. The video's up from November 2022, and we did follow-up videos on how this guy will become your next Prime Minister because he has to become to continue the damage that he's doing, that Canada's damage, that Trudeau didn't finish. And we told you it was all going to be fixed and rigged. And I still remember, a man named Mark Carney will be your next Prime Minister. I looked into Mark Carney. He's a banker, not a politician. On sob. I'm always going to bring that up. I'm sorry. On sob. There we go. And here we are now. And here is Mark Carney. We don't need U.S. anymore. PM Carney uses the G20 stage to urge planetary unity and emerging world government. This guy's pushing for a world government. And that's what he's doing. He's pushing for a world government, and he's putting up this triangular sign everywhere he goes. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney used the G20 stage in Johannesburg to call for a new world order defined by global government that excludes the United States and counterbalances America's influence in the world. If America doesn't need... I was in America this past March break. I drove up the coast all the way from Washington all the way down to San Francisco, San Jose. There's industry. There's small business. They're not taxed to death like we are up here in Canada. It was clean. There was no graffiti. It was, oh, California, San Francisco, oh, poop everywhere. There was nothing. It was spotless. It was business as usual. And I mean industry everywhere. Cheese, milk, metal, like everything you could think of, fishing. It was massive, and oil, everything. And I made my videos. America does not need Canada for anything. If America purchased anything from Canada, it was because they were being nice and wanted to give a little bit of money over to Canada. America does not need Canada's electricity because they have overabundance. They don't need their coal because they could just get their own coal if they really wanted to. And there's multiple places that are not being developed, which they could develop. And if they needed potash, there's lots of potash mines in America they could get like this overnight and create 20, 30,000 jobs overnight. So this Carney guy is not speaking for all Canadians. He's not speaking for me because nobody voted for this guy. But again, this guy got selected. And we told you he was going to be selected. We told you. And there he is with Macron. Macron's not going anywhere. Go back to our 2016 live stream. Macron is going to be there forever, folks. Now let's keep going. And Canada's tap HELOC debt. So their debt, they're using their homes as ATM machines at the fastest rate since 2012. So Canadians were competing with Chinese money laundering. So they would get into a property, and when the property accrued a little bit of equity, they would use that to buy food. Now, as of March 2024, the Chinese money laundering has stopped. And now what's happening is property prices aren't going up, so Canadians don't have that equity to use to buy food anymore because they were using their equity in their homes. So HELOC debt. And what did we tell you guys? Right here. 8 years, 9 months ago. Homes are new ATM machines. People borrowing too much. People are housebroke using equity in their homes as ATM machines to get basic necessities. They're already buying it to buy their mayonnaise and their bag of chips. And to buy whatever they're buying to eat. They were using their house as basic necessities. Housing ATM machine, massive default ahead, people taking on too much debt. Rate hike destruction as Canadians borrowed another $1 billion against their homes as ATM machines as their homes 7 years ago. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why they had to pull the trigger on a pandemic. We were in a financial mess. And they had to figure, the governments were in a financial mess. Canadians were over leveraged. They borrowed too much money. And look at the situation they're in. And what are they trying to do? Censor us about this. Buried in the budget is Canada's quiet turn towards digital identity. And 493-page budget hit a larger project that could turn a convenience into a new form of control. And this goes into the 2025 federal budget, and it goes into modernize legislative authorities to support information sharing and digital services. And this goes into multiple bills that are processed to basically censor and shut down Canadians. We're already being censored, because here is a video we posted. I'm going to replay this because it's important to you guys, for you guys to see. Watch this. Saying doing the same thing repetitively and trying to get a different result, or trying to get a different result, is complete lunacy. Well, I've been doing the same thing for 15 years. 6,000 videos later, trying to get the message out to you. But the message somewhat got out in Portugal. Take a good look at this, folks. This is the graph here. And guys, by the way, I don't make money on social media. A lot of people are like, oh, he's just on here for clicks and clickbait. No. I get on the plane right here. I'm in Portugal. I pass 4.4 million views. Never happened. I get back on the plane to come back to Canada, and it's 0. This is controlled information distribution, and I've been telling you about this for years on my channel. I have a whole playlist dedicated to controlled information distribution. Why is this happening? Because it's supposed to. I believe for many years now, for over 10 years, 15 years, that Canada and social media companies have been working hand in hand to censor us. To censor the ones that must be censored and not allowed to speak. Now, you had U.S. aid. U.S. aid came out, and we were wondering, why are all these influencers coming out of nowhere? All this big following. No one's heard of them before. But they came after 2020 to tell you what you already know. That's proof right there, guys, that Canada has a force field, a shield over its content creators to keep us censored. Because God forbid people outside of Canada realize that, wow, Canada's housing market is so expensive. It's not because their economy is booming and people are making a lot of money. It's because of the 2.2 to 2.6 trillion Chinese laundered money that came in since 2010 to 2024 March. Once people realize, whoa, and the fentanyl coming in, and it's pissing off the Americans south of the border. Holy crap. We thought Canada was booming, thriving, this and that. We're taxed to death here. Taxed to death. Woo! Lots of good. I got lots of good content. I think after I pass away, people are going to start digging through what I was saying or what I was trying to tell people. And it's the truth, right? And this has been happening here in Canada, the little Canada news here. Another Pakistani International Airlines crew member vanishes in Toronto. So Pakistan Airlines, they're coming to Canada, usually coming to Canada one way. They come one way full, and then they go back to Pakistan empty. So crew members are now just vanishing in Canada when they arrive. It's very strange. We should call Unsolved Mysteries right now and get this on Unsolved Mysteries. And let's not forget Canada's privacy watchdog not consulted on Bill C-8, enabling secret internet and phone shutdowns. So they can shut down your phone whenever they feel like in Canada, and internet shutdowns, and suspend you. Legislation will suspend you through Bill C-8, and we discussed Bill C-8 with Eduardo a couple of times here on Mike of the Night. Canada's in a lot of trouble, folks, man. They're in a lot of trouble. They should be hand in hand with the Americans working together. But no, Canada loves China. Canada loves the fentanyl. Canada loves the destruction and the oppression of its people. Canada loves taxing its people to death. Canada loves $1 million, $2 million, $3 million houses that are worth 40 grand in Florida. Like, you can't make this stuff up. And this is what we've been trying to do on this mission for the last 15 years, folks.